Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Am I audible? Yeah. So I'm Amit Shetty. I head the leasing business for Embassy. And today I'm going to do a short crisp presentation of what we are doing to enable the GCCs, to house those GCCs in some of our large infrastructure schemes. Right? It's exciting times for all of us because we believe that GCC is a strong subset of the India Shining story. And also, while most of the panel today spoke about talent, employability, but also what we believe truly is building the team, building the brand India through the GCCs. I think GCC have had a very far-fetched reach in building the image of India as just not a country which is doing offshoring business, but today truly doing some of the high-end technology business as well. Right, just a snapshot of who we are. So that's who we are. We are India's first listed real estate investment trust. We were listed in April of 2019. We have an operating portfolio of about 45.4 million square feet, which means that there's about 450,000 employees accessing our portfolio on a day-to-day basis, which also means that an incremental 300,000 square feet of employability on the allied and support services as well. We are present in 4 gateway cities of Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, and the National Capital Region. We own and operate 13 office parks, of which 8 are infrastructure-like office projects, housing about 240 odd corporate clients, and we own and operate a 100 megawatt solar park, which provides clean energy of 70% to our corporate occupiers. We also own and operate 4 hotels in Bangalore, 3 of which are Hilton and 1 is Four Seasons, adding up to a key of about 1,600 rooms. That's where we are present. Typically, our footprint is in Bengaluru. 72% of our footprint is in Bengaluru. 10% of that is in Mumbai. 10% of it is in Pune, and the balance in the National Capital Region. So, truly, what we believe is to have an India presence so that the GCC folks, like some of the leaders mentioned today, whether it's Bangalore for cutting-edge technology, or healthcare, or manufacturing, which is Chennai, or pharma, that's in Hyderabad, we're truly able to service these guys in various cities across the country. Moving on, I'll just talk about, these are some of the global clients that we work with, but the interesting fact is we started our GCC story in about 2010. A large American retailer came to us and wanted to set up a small shop in Bengaluru. We thought that it's a great story, a great industry to be present in. We actually started this as an incubation facility for them. Right, today they employ about 10,000 people in our portfolio. Similarly, one of the largest banks globally also houses about 10,000 employees in one of our parks. So what we're trying to build essentially is a platform for GCCs to engage and do their core businesses while we take care of all the real estate, the infrastructure needs that is required for these GCCs to own and operate in the country. Right, that's the ethos of Embassy REIT. While we are a public limited company, we are listed, like I mentioned, but we stand firm on 4 pillars. Total business ecosystem, that's something which I will brief in the slides to come, but relationship driven. So 80% of our clients are repeat, or our businesses are repeat businesses, which means that we are focused across the client, being sensitive to our occupiers is at the forefront of everything that we do. Customized solution. We don't believe ourselves as a brick and mortar company. What we do is we try to be a holistic real estate services company, which not only provides the brick and mortar, but also does your fit outs, does also your internal facility management. We manage transportation, we manage food and beverages, we manage the incubation of occupiers like yourself. So what I mean is, we also go to as far as being induction ready for taking your employees on day one into these large office spaces. So that's what we mean by customized solution, professionally managed. While we are a listed company, the corporate governance is at its at its excellence. So we report to both the stock exchanges as well as to SEBI. So corporate governance is at its peak. That's the 4 pillars of the embassy REIT. Again, I mentioned a couple of times on building total business ecosystems. The first thing that we focus in building these ecosystems is on infrastructure. While COVID hit, we actually upgraded all our parks. A case in point is the fact that we built a 1 kilometer flyover in Manyata, and we invested about $85 million during the COVID to upgrade our infrastructure across Manyata. It could be the flyover, it could be putting up the power grids in Manyata. So this is what we've continuously invested in infrastructure. So corporate occupiers like yourself can go about doing your business while we provide a very solid, stable environment for you to do your business. That's your core competencies, right? The amenities. So also what we've done is, we started thinking, what is it going to take for us to bring our employees back into our office parks? And I believe truly that to be productive, you have to be in an office environment, and to be future ready, to develop future leaders, we need to be in an office space, to collaborate and get those cutting edge technologies up. And so what we did was we started building these amenities. We put in sports amenities, we put in restaurants, retails, convenience stores. We also went to the metro authorities and actually influenced them, while we gave them about 100 crore rupees to put the metros adjacent to our parks, so that the employees can easily access the infra versus trying to not get the last mile connectivity. So that's what we were doing. Hotels, we believe that hotels is an important part of the global traveler today, right? While these GCCs are offshoots, like many said, offshore centers, I think today everyone is a global traveler, and having a hotel within the vicinity versus traveling to heart of the city or where else is a very important amenity, and that's what we did. Also what we believe is, in the infrastructure business, retail experience becomes very important, because today employees are putting about 8 to 12 hours of their time into finishing their office work, and they seldom have time in doing their grocery shopping or picking up dinners, or ensuring that the supplies for the next days are ready. So we've actually collaborated this entire retail experience in our tech parks. And finally, an occupier engagement. I believe that it's all about community. India, spiritually and historically has always been about bringing communities together. And we at Embassy believe that we want to bring the community together, and we've got these calendarized events, be it Diwali or Holi, or to celebrate the talent amongst our employees. We do these calendarized events so that the community gets together. And this is how we build a total business ecosystem. Right, this is what I was talking about. This is a flyover that we built 1 kilometer, from either side. This actually reduced the travel time of our employees accessing our park by about from 22 minutes to about 7 minutes. It reduced the carbon emission by about 10,000 metric tons, per annum, which means that it's as good as putting in about 3,000 mature trees. This is our ESG framework. I believe that for a developer, we have got one of the most robust ESG framework, which is pivoted on 19 agenda programs. I'll take a couple of case in points, like for example, energy. We're committed to provide 75 by 25, which means that 75% of green energy by 2025. Our endeavor is to provide 100% green energy to our occupiers by 2030, and our commitment is to provide 100% green power by 2040. Our goal is to reduce the water consumption by 7%, and we're on about 50% on track of that. Also, our outreach program have been really tailored, and what we do is We've reached out on the education side. We've taken about 10 schools around Bangalore, impacting about 50,000 students. We build schools, the government schools, and we maintain these schools. So the admission rates of these schools have gone up by about 450%, and we are affecting the the poor strata of our society, so that education be the forefront of their lifestyle going forward. Apart from that, also what we have done is the fact of waste management. We've adopted 10 villages across Bangalore, and we've taught them waste management, and the champions are the students who have gone back to their houses and told that how to manage the waste. And impressed with our approach, the government's given us another 10 villages, for waste management. This is what we are doing, while on the ESG framework side. We are probably the first, as a developer, to join the 2023 Dow Jones Sustainability Index. Apart from the fact that we are accredited with the British Safety Council on the safety side, we are also accredited with RESPI, which is the global sustainability body, as well as accredited with the LEEDs as of platinum rated on the operation and maintenance, as well as wells. That's a solar farm that we own and operate, 100 acres in Bellary. So what this does is it generates about 185 million units of renewable energy. Right? Also what we are doing is we are installing about 18 megawatts of solar rooftop panels that provide clean energy to our occupiers. And what it does is it displaces about 132,000 tons of carbon dioxide annually. Right? So that's what we are trying to do in terms of our bid in sustainability. And so also on this, while it's a very beautiful picture, but what I wanted to bring out here is a case study, essentially. A case study where there were two buildings in place of block B1 and B2. And what we did was, we figured out there's about 150 million tons of rubble that goes into landfills in India. So what we did was, when we demolished this building that was previously which was there, we didn't send it to a landfill. We found a government authorized recycle agent who would actually recycle this rubble, segregate into waste, which is aggregates and rubble, and we bought back those aggregates and rubble. So we use it in our pavements, we use it in our road, so that nothing goes back into the landfill. So we believe that we want to impact while at the same time be sustainable and have good buildings like these built and future ready. So when we mean what we develop infrastructure like projects, this is what we develop. So we've got the two Hilton hotels, we've got an adjacent metro that we built there, which accesses seamlessly into the hotel through an arm. We've got about 90,000 square feet of retail that we're building below there, which will accommodate the F&Bs, the convenience stores, the shopping, and then we have about 1.8 million square feet of office space, which is world class, and that's what we believe in, truly developing infrastructure. The reason why I wanted to picture this is for entrepreneurs sitting in this room, we are ready with truly world class, amenities and office infra, so that you can go about doing their core business, which is your GCC business. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this opportunity, ET, for giving us this time here today. Thank you.